Hi, so the title of my presentation today is going to be the translation of the Book of Mormon, and it's going to be on Unit 3, the Book of Mormon. We studied it a long time ago, but I just want to talk about the translation of the Book of Mormon and Joseph Smith and his role in it, and Oliver Cowdery's role as a part of it. And this is a core doctrine, which means that it's one of the basic foundations of our church. Without the Book of Mormon being translated by Joseph Smith, we don't have the Book of Mormon, and the Book of Mormon is the keystone of our religion. It holds our religion together. The two scholarly articles. My dog just came out here. Two scholarly articles are Roger Nicholson. It's called The Spectacles, the Stone, the Hat, and the Book, the 21st Century Believer's View on the Book of Mormon Translation. And that was an amazing thing to read. I just had a quick little thing I wanted to share from that about the Book of Mormon translation method. It said the process of translating the Reformed Egyptian plates was simpler though peculiar. It was all done with the Urim and Thummim spectacles, but it was instant death for anyone but Joe to use them. Even when he put them on, the light became so dazzling that he was obliged to look through his hat. Moreover, when he so engaged, no profane eyes were allowed to see him or the hat. Alone behind a blanket stretched across the room, Joe looked into his hat and read the mystic words. So that was like John Quincy Adams, The Birth of Mormonism. And as an active Latter-day Saint, it's kind of interesting. Okay, logically, some of this stuff doesn't really make sense to me. What didn't before, but reading that helped a lot. The next one is In Days Never to Be Forgotten, which is Oliver Cowdery, edited by Alexander Baugh. And it's in the Religious Studies Center in BYU. I would definitely recommend reading that one as well. The two prophetic talks that I liked were recently, 2020. It was Ulysses Soares and it's The Coming Forth of the Book of Mormon, and Ronald A. Rasband, The Fulfillment of Prophecy. I really liked Ulysses Soares' talk. That was a really good read. The two D&C verses. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to make another video. Okay, so chapter 3 in the Doctrine and Covenants, verse 14. I really liked how this kind of really brought to light that Joseph was an imperfect prophet. He was a normal human, he was a person. And he did let Martin Harris take the plates and he lost them. And I really liked that. It said that he went through a season of repentance. And I feel like sometimes we all have to go through our own personal season of repentance. And so I did like reading that part. And then the next one is Doctrine and Covenants, chapter 10. And I really liked it was verses 1 through 4. And it's the main thing is do not run faster or labor more than you have strength. And for Joseph, the translation of the Book of Mormon was really hard, but he had to remember to pace himself, and that the Book of Mormon was really important, and the Lord didn't need him to labor more than he needed to, and more than beyond the means that God had provided him. So I really liked reading that. Joseph Smith Papers quotes. I guess I have to read it. In early Latter-day Saint usage, the terms revelation and translation acquired specialized meaning. In this series, revelation generally refers to messages expressed in the first-person voice of deity that Joseph Smith dictated to his scribes. The term may occasionally be applied to other texts Smith presented as being revealed or inspired. Translation refers to works such as the Book of Mormon that Joseph Smith said were based on sacred ancient texts and translated by the gift and power of God. That is, by a revelatory or inspired process and not by natural means. As used in this series, translation does not refer to conventional translations such as Smith's exercises and the study of Hebrew. my two key concepts. Concept one is that Joseph Smith translated the Book of Mormon. And I was studying this, and I liked how in one part that I was reading, it talked about how the Book of Mormon tells of a king, Ammon, who asked Ammon if he can translate an ancient, indecipherable record in the king's possession. And he said, anyone can translate, but it was pretty much, if you can translate all these records, it's a gift from God. And that's what Joseph Smith was able to do. The other thing was that Joseph Smith talked to God. And Smith said, the fact is that by the power of God, I translated the Book of Mormon from hieroglyphics. And a lot of times in Joseph Smith's journey, he had to cry unto the Lord for mercy. And one of those days was whenever he did that, he ended up having the first vision. So the key takeaway is that for early Latter-day Saints, Joseph's roles as seer, translator, and prophet constituted such a gift from God. And Joseph Smith was able to bring us the publication of the Book of Mormon, and we regarded him as a servant of God who revealed God's commandments.